If you're serious about producing music, then you know how important it is to keep your files organized. But you also know how time-consuming that can be. We built Tuva to solve that problem. Let's start by adding all these folders where I have my samples, projects, and MIDI files into Tuva. After letting it load for a while, it's all classified. Let's go to the Home tab and see which samples we have loaded in. You can listen to them by clicking on play. Tuva offers many different sort modes, but let's try to shuffle these samples. You can see that all samples have received tags. Let's click on loop to only filter on loops. And let's click on full drum loop to add that as a filter as well. BPM also gets analyzed, so I can filter on samples that are within any BPM range as well. Tuva classifies your samples into 66 different instrument types. Let's see if I have any acoustic guitars in my sample library. One of my favorite features of Tuva is that you can show similar sounds. So while you're browsing samples and you find one that you like but isn't quite right, then you can right-click on it and click Show Similar Sounds, and sounds that have been identified as similar will show up in a new tab. Tuva also supports previewing MIDI files. All MIDI files get assigned a key and a BPM. And if you're like me, then you're really bad at naming your project files. Here's where one of our latest features comes in really handy. All of your project files get analyzed and the BPM gets extracted, as well as some other useful info, such as time signature and modified and created date. But my favorite feature is that I can see the structure of the project file without having to open it in the DAW. This way, I can always identify if the project file I'm looking for is the one that I'm about to open. So let's open this Ableton project and see what it looks like. You saw that every audio file and MIDI file in the project, as well as the track names, are visible here in Tuva as well. We currently support this feature for Ableton, FL Studio, Cubase, and Reaper, but are working on adding more DAWs to this as well. What you also can do is go into the project and see which files that are in the project folder. And here I happen to have a bounce of this project as well. We've also made it easier to organize your samples. If you're listening to samples and you find something that you really like, you can press enter or click on the heart to the very right and it will be marked as a favorite. Then you'll be able to find them quickly in the favorites tab. If you want a bit more granular organization, then you can also create collections and name them. So here I'm creating a collection for synthesizers that I like, and you just drag and drop your samples into them. If you drag and drop a sample into your DAW, then that sample shows up in the Use tab, which comes in really handy once in a while. Your search history in Tuva is also readily available. So here we can see our last 3 searches. We viewed a project file, we viewed the folder that the project file was in, and we searched for similar sounds on this sample called Hard Sweep Down. For even quicker access, you can pin searches or folders that you often access, or collections, and they will always be visible up top in the pinned tab. We've tried to make Tuva as flexible as possible for your workflow, so any way you want to browse your samples, we want Tuva to enable that for you. So go ahead and check it out at tuva.app. It currently costs €25 and we have a 14-day free trial. We release updates almost weekly, so if there is any feature that you think is missing, or if there is anything that you think we should improve on, then don't hesitate to reach out to us. And if you're interested in what we're building and which new features we're releasing, we'll keep our followers updated on our Instagram and TikTok accounts, so make sure to follow us there.